Every bad hire starts before the job post ever goes live. And if you have posted job listings and those new hires didn't work out, it's not because the market is bad. It's because the role was never clear. I'm Judy, CEO of Bringing Simplicity. We help founders and CEOs like you scale their teams by hiring the right people with clarity, structure, and leadership. I work with 7- and 8-figure leaders, and I can almost always predict a bad hire coming before the interview process even starts. You're likely posting a job opening when you're already overwhelmed. Does this sound familiar? You needed help yesterday or weeks ago, you're stretched thin, and you're hoping and praying the right person will magically appear. That was me too. That urgency makes sense, but it's also where things started to break for me. So I stepped back and evaluated where things were breaking. Here's what I had in my job listings when my process was broken. I was describing tasks, not outcomes. I listed responsibilities, but I didn't define ownership. So candidates applied thinking they're signing up to do support work, but I was expecting a player coach. I'll get into that in another video. That mismatch is where disappointment began for both of us. So here's what I learned after hiring failure after failure. 7- and 8-figure CEOs don't post jobs asking for help. They define the roles based on problems that need to be solved. They can answer, what does success look like in the role? What decisions does this person own? What happens if this role doesn't exist? That clearly changes who applies and who succeeds. When role clarity is missing, founders end up hiring potential instead of performance. They onboard people hoping they'll grow into it. That's not development, that's avoidance. And it leads to frustration on both sides. Before you post another job listing, answer this one question. What would break in my business if this role didn't exist for 90 days? If you can't answer that clearly, you're not ready to hire, and that's okay. Clarity first, then comes candidates. If you want my job description template, I've got you. The link is in the description. Job listings don't fix hiring problems. Leadership and clarity does. And the work you do before hiring determines what comes after. I'll see you in the next video.